Hi everyone, it's your boy Robert here. This is the first of a series of videos of our family holiday that we took to Europe during the summer of 2023. We left Changsha, China and took a connecting flight through Amsterdam before arriving at Munich late in the night. We then drove for several hours to our hotel, which is in Austria, right at the border with Germany. The name of the hotel is the Alpine Hotel Ammerwald. We were greeted with wonderful summer scenes of the Austrian Alps the next morning. This was also the first time that my father properly spent time with his grandson, Leon. After exploring the backgrounds of the hotel, we had breakfast and checked out. Before setting out, I filmed our hotel room to share our experience. You can check in anytime. We checked in like 1 a.m. in the morning. The hotel rooms were standard size and the walls and roof all had wood paneling for insulation. All the rooms face the road and have the same view. The hotel will add extra beds based on your specifications, but costs an extra €20 or 21 USD per bed. There was a strong pine smell in all the rooms because of the wood. We checked in and asked the clerk to bring a toothbrush and toothpaste, thinking that they might have forgotten to put it in our room. When he brought me the toothbrush, he said that it would cost an additional €1.5 or 1.6 USD. I was a little surprised as most hotels include this as complimentary. After we checked out, we drove to Neuschwanstein Castle to take some late wedding photos, which was something we planned for quite some time. The drive from the hotel to Neuschwanstein Castle, or Neuschwanstein Castle in English, was spectacular. The Alps in Austria are referred to as the Central Eastern Alps and consists mainly of gneiss and slate rocks, with the exception of the Hohe Tauern and Engadine windows, which consists of Jurassic rock, limestone and granite. We drove along the Plansee Lake. In German and Austrian, See means lake. After we passed Plansee, we drove down the valley and saw a beautiful view of a mountain. We then drove through the town of Mühl. We drove along the town of Füssen and saw a beautiful building which is actually a museum. We were not far from Neuschwanstein. Neuschwanstein is around 100 kilometers from Munich, bird's eye view, and is in the village of Hohenschwangau. Hohenschwangau also has another castle which is called Hohenschwangau Castle, which is only around 1 kilometer or 0.6 miles from Neuschwanstein. Hohenschwangau is where King Ludwig II grew up as a lad before commissioning Neuschwanstein Castle later on in his life. So let me tell you a brief history about Neuschwanstein Castle. Construction on Neuschwanstein Castle started in 1868 as a palace to serve as a retreat. It was never intended to serve as a military fortress and never witnessed any conflict. When Ludwig II ascended to his throne in 1864, he set out to build a new Hohenschwangau Castle, only named Neuschwanstein Castle after his death in 1886. The castle was built on the site of two smaller castle ruins. The castle was also the first in history to use steam-powered machines in its construction. They used a steam tractor to carry the stones up the hill. Ludwig II was fond of swans and commissioned painter Christian Jank to paint the swan scenes in the galleries. Chief architects were Edward Radal, George von Dollmann, and Julius Hofmann, in that order. The castle had running water in all the toilets and kitchens, a central heating system, telephone lines, an elevator, and even an artificial cave. The double-story throne room was inspired by the Byzantine basilica. Ludwig II was known as the Mad King due to his antisocial habits, behavior, and excessive spending on his lavish lifestyle. Ludwig died in 1886 in a drowning accident. Even today, many people speculate if it was accidental, suicide, or murder. A few weeks after Ludwig's death, the castle was opened to the public as a museum. After visiting Neuschwanstein Castle, we had to drive to Rovereto in northern Italy, where we booked an Airbnb for the evening. We were treated to some great sights on the way. Shortly after leaving Neuschwanstein Castle, we drove past Ehrenberg Castle, which was built in the 13th century and is now mostly ruins. It has one of the longest pedestrian suspension bridges in the world, spanning the valley. Later on, we stopped at a village called Fernstein to stretch our legs. This village was beautiful and pristine. However, there is not much to say about this place, except that everything is Fernstein. Fernstein Castle, Fernstein Road, Fernstein Hotel, and Fernstein Lake. After taking in the fresh Fernstein air, we hit the road again. It was difficult to determine exactly where the Austrian-Italian border was while driving because it's easy to miss the sign and there is no official border crossing, but the border is at Brennero Brenner. In any case, that's all for now. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.